Welcome to my new small business studio. This is so exciting. I bet you're like, but Monica, didn't you move into your new place like 6 months ago? How are you just now doing a small business studio makeover? Well, where do I even begin with this story? I planned on running my small business out of this huge basement space, so I immediately went right into painting the walls, researching furniture, but my plans were halted abruptly when we received our welcome home gift from the house, which was a broken main sewer pipe, which required immediate major restoration work of the entire basement. Yeah, I'm talking 30 feet of jackhammering, replacing all the flooring and the walls, and therefore running my small business out of a more confined space upstairs. Ooh, this is my favorite part. When we had a little cute excavator demolish our lawn for some of the reconstruction, it was so cute and traumatizing. But alas, it is 6 months later, the basement is back and even better than before actually, so it is officially time. It's time to set up my small business studio of my dreams. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy. So TLDR, I don't even know how to TLDR this story because so much went into it, but I guess long story short is I'm here now and I'm going to decorate my first ever dedicated small business studio. Let me give you an empty studio tour. Let's do that. So this is what it looks like when you walk into my small business section. I am thinking about putting up curtains just for some extra little bit of privacy from no one really, but I don't know, could be cute. For right now, it's just a little opening. Biggest difference, we got some drywall. We got some drywall up in here. And I know so many new construction terms that I did not know before this whole situation occurred. But drywall is basically the regular walls that you see in a home. So that's what this is. It used to be OSB, if you remember. I like this so much better. We picked out this like house white color. Second major difference is I now have a window with natural light coming through. Obviously, it's just a basement window, but it's something because look at this. Look when I turn off the light. Right before, it was pitch black, and now we got a little bit of light. Honestly, even with that little bit of a window, you can see me, and it's kind of cute. And I think this is the best thing to come out of this whole situation, like the fact that I have a window now. Honestly, I'll even leave the light off while I show you this, but if you remember this corner, we'll discuss the laundry in a second. This corner used to be kind of strange. Like it used to not be like a right angle corner. It used to go in and have this little like nook. And I was thinking about putting like packaging things there. It was like an awkwardly small nook, so I couldn't really do too much in there, but I could store things in there. And that nook went out to over here, which made the laundry space a little bit smaller. So this whole, oh my gosh, look at that golden glow of my tripod. This whole corner space used to be closed off because it used to be part of this room. And then the laundry was kind of tight, but now we decided to add the wall like that away. And so now there's a ton of laundry space. Here, I'll show you the laundry room just because it's kind of part of it. So, I mean, the only OSB left that is visible is back here with the laundry. And we added a sink. We got, I don't know, it just looks so much better. And then even we have a gym room in here. This is kind of a spoiler. I want to do the whole basement makeover video, but this is the gym. We painted it black. It's also drywall. I like the color of the flooring a lot better than before. It's a lot warmer and I think it just matches my vibe a lot better. That being said, some of my plans that I originally had for this space have changed in such like a positive way because now I have this regular corner here. The walls make the space a lot brighter, so that kind of influenced me to change up the furniture that I originally picked up or picked out. I actually thankfully did not buy too much for this space yet because all of the catastrophes happened really a week and a half after we moved in, so sucked. But also thank goodness I didn't buy a bunch of stuff and it got ruined with like the water damage and whatever. Starting off on a fresh slate, and okay, crossing my fingers that was the last big thing we have to deal with in the first year of owning the home. We made sure plumbing was good. We made sure waterproofing was good. We made sure the water heater is good. I have high hopes for down here. There is a good amount of echo because there's nothing in this space yet. Everything is kind of piled up in a mountain in the other room in the basement, just so the guys could do all the work here. And they did such a great job. And I'm in disbelief that they literally looked at the space and they were like, oh yeah, we know what needs to be done. We'll do it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could never be in construction. I feel like they don't get enough credit. Anyway, let's do it. Let's go. Make a little small business studio. stop filming because I got stressed, as I do whenever I build IKEA furniture. However, I think I did it. I even used a drill and everything. Just gotta add the last couple of shelves. And it should really stay there. Look at how bright it gets in here when the sun hits the window exactly. I am so shocked. I did not realize how opening up that window would change the way this room looks by so much. I'm so happy. In other news, all of the eyebrow shelves are up and I'm really proud of myself for the work that I did on these. I do need to order one more shelf because this guy right here, it's like a long story, but I didn't realize these legs, like the vertical legs, connect and you can have like 4 of these units attached to each other, and it's not just like build one bookshelf and then build another bookshelf. Like they're sharing legs, you know what I mean? So I was able to make a lot more of the frames than I thought I'd be able to make, and therefore I now need more shelves, which is great because I was gonna get more shelves anyway. I just wanted to start off with a few just to see how it would look and how many would fit, but I think having maybe a couple more on this one to have like smaller sections, and then it's hard to like figure out where my hand is when I'm looking at the camera. Definitely at least one more shelf on this one that's missing one, plus the brace that's missing. Oh, hello, long time no chat. So I have my desk in here. I think this might finally be the space where I can actually put the desk in the middle of the room and just like circle around it, have space on either end, like all 4 sides, and literally use it as a legit packing table, sewing table potentially, just like a nice surface in the middle of the room. It's the same exact desk from where is it from? Flexi Spot. It's the same exact one I had in my old room in Hoboken. It's huge. I'll get you the dimensions. I'm sure they probably still sell it. I got it at this point, I want to say 2 years ago. It's my favorite. It's bamboo. It's like a nice golden color, has white legs, and it's a standing desk, so I can stand and pack orders, do whatever I need to do on it. And then as you can see behind me, I got all of the IKEA Ivar shelves set up, except for a few of the actual shelves. All of the legs are up. I'm gonna have 4 of those units. I'm adding more shelves though, so like there's a big space there. I'm gonna add a few more shelves. I picked them up from IKEA. I went to an IKEA in Philly. Apparently I'm a Philly girl now. That feels like atrocious to go from pro New York City everything, and now I go into Philly, or the Philly area, more often than New York City nowadays. I feel conflicted about that. Anyway, I have my temporary fold-up table here to mimic what my candle making station will look like, because I want a dedicated candle making station. I put all my candle making stuff on here, and I'm playing around with potentially just leaving this folding table here until I find the perfect candle making dedicated table. I kind of know which one I want. It's pricey, so I might need to wait a few months to go and purchase that, but this folding table works perfectly. It's ginormous. I got the biggest folding table you could possibly get from Amazon like 5-6 years ago when I first started doing markets. The rest of the room is in shambles with all of the boxes everywhere because I just wanted to get everything in the room so that I can see what needs to be put away, what sort of storage solutions I would need. Based off what I'm seeing, I need to go to the Container Store. I might do that today. I also want to scour the internet for some other storage solutions. I thrifted a whole bunch of stuff. I also got a few like cute decor pieces from IKEA, so right now is the setting up the little details portion of this makeover. I think it's about time we discuss the game plan when it comes to my small business studio downstairs in the basement, she said literally halfway through the video. We are running on some Chick-fil-A cherry Coke today. It's Labor Day weekend and the goal is to finish up my small business studio this weekend. So I have 3 days, a long weekend to work on this space. It's never going to be done. I'm always going to continue to update it, especially with aesthetic tweaks and then functional tweaks as I learn how I use the space. However, I need to continue to run my business, so I need it good enough so that I can actually go down there and pack orders, know where everything is, make candles, know where everything is for that. And then also conquer this space, which is now just my normal office for hobby related things, content creation related things. I have all of my fall decor just like on the ground right now, even like fashion type stuff, because I would love to start making more fashion videos. So off topic. Anyway, today's the day of like getting it together. Let's get it together. I did go to the hardware store this morning and got some more furring strips for my pegboard, because I did have this amazing, beautiful pegboard in my old space and even in the space before that. It's my pride and joy, really. I'm thinking about upgrading it and potentially painting it a nice pink or a nice green, potentially adding some molding to it. But first and foremost, I just need to get it up there. I'm gonna go downstairs, clear everything up, put everything where it's supposed to be, plan out where I want the pegboard space, because there are a few options, and then go from there. I'm also debating if I want to bring this chair down into the basement, because it seems like a small business, like CEO girly kind of chair. And this space I want to be a little bit more antique-y, vintagey, thrifted. This is like giving off modern vibes. So I might bring downstairs because it might fit the vibes of that space better than what I'm going for up here. Let's just get into it. Also, I know I keep harping on this window situation, but I don't think you realize how crazy it is that I get light in here when I really did not think I would get any, and it illuminates just enough stuff. One thing I really want to make space for and make sure that I prioritize space for is boxes that I might receive from my suppliers or really anything. I get boxes in all the time of inventory and materials, and I want to be able to put these boxes somewhere before I have time to actually go and unbox them and put the materials where they're supposed to be. I think like up there could be good. Well, this is like candle stuff, so maybe I should put candle stuff with the other candle stuff. What is this? This is also candle stuff. Turns out I have a lot of candle stuff. Feels pretty solid. I wasn't going to show you this, but I think it's very realistic and potentially relatable. Look how cool this part of the basement looks. Okay, the air conditioning is going. That's what that noise is in the background, but this is where all of our stuff is. This is stuff that we don't need on a daily basis, stuff that stayed in the basement and was just cramped in this corner while we had all of the work being done around the basement. So this is small business stuff, but it wasn't like crazy necessary for me to have available up in my upstairs office. We have like my pegboard stuff. We have some spare candle vessels, like I don't even know. Oh, this is like seasonal like candle molds. So we gotta sort through all this. Some of it's mine for my business, some of it's mine for my personal life, some of it's Josh's. That's what we're getting through, and that's kind of where I'm finding all of this stuff that I'm putting into my downstairs office right now. Everything that I kind of had upstairs has already been taken down here, so this is what I'm currently working through. thing that I know for sure I'm absolutely gonna love is being able to see all of my inventory out at all times. This is definitely going to mean that I have to package everything up, which I already kind of do, but it's going to really encourage me to get all my candles packaged up into their boxes, to unbox all of my inventory and put them up nicely on the shelves. I feel like it's also going to convince me to make more inventory because I love a good aesthetic room, and when there's more inventory on the shelves, it looks more aesthetic. There's more color, you know. I did just launch my matcha collection, so I'm unboxing a whole bunch of matcha accessories that I got from my ceramic artist. I need to save all this packaging though, and I kind of want to find a nice place to put all of my packaging. Maybe I'll get a really nice bin, because right now I've been keeping everything in these cardboard boxes, but that's not that pretty, you know. But I want to keep all this paper and bubble wrap and stuff. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely freaking beautiful. I can't right now. I think I'll just put it up there. You can't even see. It's okay. The next day, and I found these old boxes, not old, but these previously used boxes from my last apartment. I used them for my Calyx unit, RAP that Calyx unit, but they fit perfectly on the Ivar shelf as well, especially at the top. The top looks really cluttered right now because I have a lot of like boxes and just like little things up there. So I think by assembling these and putting all the little stuff into these bins will help. The laundry's going, that's that sound. Like, you know, I look like this and I think that'll work. What should I put in here is the question. This is what we are working with on the final day of me trying to put this place together, just to have it be ever so slightly usable. We got a lot to do. We got a lot to do. I literally don't know where to start. Maybe let's start with clearing off this table. By whatever means necessary. Videos are gonna hit so hard when this is the view. All the inventory behind me, packaging supplies right there, printer right there, candling stuff right there. It's gonna be incredible. Let's celebrate this situation by opening up a really nice note and a little package from another small business. This is from Maria. She wrote the nicest note, thank you so much, and it's a bunch of planning products. The brand is called Crafty Planner. Oh, this is so cute. Look at that. And it's all 2026, so I can actually already prep for next year. That's wild. Are you guys crooked? I don't know if that's better or not. These are cute. These little keychains. That's so cute. Bookmarks, of course, adding to my stash of like 300 bookmarks that you guys send me. I love it. Stickers. Could always use more notepads. Oh, this one's a fall one. I'm gonna leave this out so that I can use it. This one's more floral. Ooh, this is a thick planner. Everything Planner 2026. This is incredible. A list of my dreams, a list of books to read, manifesting, an actual like calendar, and then each day. Oh my gosh, a monthly tracker. This is so cool. Wow. This is actually a little bit of a spoiler because I have something in the works for productivity, New Year, stationery related stuff. I'm really excited about it. But thank you so much, Crafty Planner, Maria. It's very cute. Welcome to the first ever Monica's Collective headquarters, aka my brand new small business studio. It's time for the grand tour. So I thought I'd start off by giving you a little bit of context as to where we are in this basement. To my left, we have the set of stairs that bring you downstairs into the basement from the main floor. And the stairs lead to this carpeted area of the basement, which is ginormous and fun for activities. You're standing in a doorway, which leads to the rest of the basement. This is where we have the laundry stuff, the gym, storage, and my small business studio. This truly is the largest basement known to man for some reason. It's basically just a whole floor of the home. This is the gym area where we're going to set up all of our gym equipment and things of that nature, but for right now we're using it as a lot of storage and unpacked moving boxes. And then if we walk even deeper into the basement, we have this other section that is going to be actual storage stuff. So we have these bins set up. This is where we're going to keep some of the dirty things, like maybe, I don't know, bikes, overflow from the garage, beach equipment, just stuff we don't need to touch all the time. And then coming back all the way where we originally were. When you entered through the doorway after the carpeted area, it leads to this laundry situation. We opened this up so much and now there's like a whole wall with room for activities. I'm thinking like shelves, laundry stuff. But all of that to say that when you turn this way, finally, you can then enter my small business studio. So right when you walk in, we have this open passageway. I am thinking about potentially covering it up with really pretty curtains, but I want to thrift the curtains and I haven't found the perfect curtains yet. So we have it open for right now. I love that it's a big passageway so that I can easily take all of my packages in here from my manufacturers. Moving on to my favorite part of my small business studio, probably the Ivar shelf wall. So this is where I have literally pretty much everything related to my small business. I'm talking inventory, supplies, little knickknacks, backup things, storage things. I'm still kind of in the works of how I want to organize everything, but like we said, this video is just to get my business back up and running from a new studio space. We'll do all the pretty things and the little bit more functional things later. On this first shelf, I have a lot of my packing supplies. I actually have packing boxes down at the bottom. Some of my paper goods like sticker paper, regular printer paper. I have my label printer. And then kind of randomly, I have my fabric that is for my fall collection. I kind of wanted this to be visible in this corner because I'm also thinking content-wise, guys, like where I'm going to film things. And I imagine this corner kind of to be a content corner once I put things up on this wall. So this is going to be visible, the shelf specifically, and I thought it'd be pretty to display some of my fall fabric. We'll see how that works functionally, because then right above that we go back into packaging stuff, and it's all of my pink tissue paper, my regular packing paper. This is like a bin full of like all my really important stuff that I always tend to lose, but I need them every single day. Business cards, fragile stickers for my candles, a tape measure, things of that nature, a pen. And then above that on the very top shelf, this is the same all along all the Ivar shelves. I just have a lot of storage that I don't need to use on the day-to-day. So that's spare thank you cards, spare like, I don't know, blades for my rotary cutter. I buy a lot of things in bulk in order to make the price of the thing lower, and also just because I constantly need to be using things and I hate running out. So that's where I keep a lot of the stuff that I already have one of those things down here easily accessible, so I just put the rest up there. All of those bins are from Ikea, and I forgot what they're called, but I will link everything that I'm talking about in the description. I had them at my old apartment and they fit perfectly in the Calyx unit, which are those square shelves, and they also fit really well here with the Ivar unit. Moving on to the second set of shelves. At the very bottom, I have my printer and my Cricut. Not that pretty, especially the printer, so that's why I put it down at the bottom, because I'm like, we don't need to see you all the time, but we do need you every day, so let's keep you easily accessible. And then right above that, I have my brand new matcha collection. These are all ceramics that my ceramic artist sent me. I need to actually pack them all up today or tomorrow, and that means this whole shelf is going to be empty because I did sell out. Up here, I have some miscellaneous things, but I decided to use my hay crates because they're so pretty. I don't think I'm ever gonna not use hay crates. I've had some of these for years and years, like 5-6 years, and then some of these other ones I got just last year for Bryant Park. They were just sitting in moving boxes, so I figured I might as well use them for storage. So there's little things like thread, elastic, my sewing machine, accessories, and then I kind of want to just decorate this space every season. Now I have this little like fall-esque bin thing. I could throw stuff in there if I so wish. Again, this is a work in progress, okay? Right above that, I have my pouches. I'm definitely going to need more space for pouches, so this might also be pouches, TBD though, because this is all from the summer collection. I'm in the process of making my fall collection stuff. Ideally, all of this stuff would be sold by now, but I do still sell products where I don't churn them out as quickly. So I would love to have like more sections for hand sewn goods storage. We'll figure that out once that time comes. Moving on to this section. This I want to be just 2 shelves of candle inventory. So I currently don't have that much candle inventory like boxed up, which means they look like this. A lot of my candles that I have pre-made are still in like cardboard boxes under that table, which we'll get to. But ideally, I would have them all packed up and ready to go to be shipped off to customers on these 2 shelves. And I think that'll look so pretty and also just be so convenient for me. I have some more candle packaging supplies on this smaller shelf. And then down at the bottom, I have these plastic bins that I got at the Container Store, and it stores just a couple of scrunchies that I have left and a couple of the mini pouches I have left. But ideally, this will store all of my like little pieces of inventory. I imagine one day I'm going to need even more space for these plastic bins, but for right now, this works. And then the very last one. This, I'm almost definite I want to change, but again, it works for now. This has pretty much all of my fragrances for my candles. Candle making supplies take up a lot of space, so I wanted a whole corner dedicated to candle making, and that corner kind of ended up expanding onto the Ivar shelves. So I have all of my big jugs of fragrances, another shelf of big jugs of fragrances, some smaller jugs of fragrances, and then down at the bottom is like storage of fragrances I don't necessarily use all the time, but I get a lot of trial size candles and I don't want to throw them away because there's a chance I still might want to use that trial size scent or want to refer back to it at another time, even though, you know, in the moment I know I'm not going to want to go with it. Like maybe in the future I want to use it. So it's just a lot of like backstock of candle making stuff. Moving on to this corner. This is my junk corner. If you know me. I mean, honestly, maybe this is a universal thing. Maybe it's just a thing for me. I don't know. I always need a junk corner. I don't care how nice the space is. I don't care how few things are in the space. I need a junk corner. I will find junk to put in the corner. So I'm looking at like, I don't know, some spare like reusable bags. I have a package I need to ship out to my sister. Couple extra tripods. There are a couple things here that actually need to be hung up on the walls, like a yardstick. I don't know. So that's what that is right now. And as you can see, that leads us to another fun wall, the candle making station. Ta-da! So I don't know if this is kind of tough to see because it is backlit with the window right there, but I do have a folding table set up with a thrifted tablecloth on top, just to make it a little prettier, because this folding table is like TBD if I'm going to actually keep it. I'm playing around with the possibility of using one of my vertical ledge displays, one of the kiosks, as my candle making station, because I don't need all of this desk space to make candles anymore because of that guy right there. We'll get to him in a second, but basically for now, what I keep on this table are my wax melter, my industrial wax melter. I had this silicone mat that I found randomly in a moving box. I have not used it since I think I first bought it 2 years ago, but I'm glad I found it because silicone is great for when working with candle materials because the stuff doesn't stick to it, or it's easy to like pop the wax off if you accidentally spill wax on it. I have a little notebook here that I designed for myself just to like write down any notes. Sometimes I like to like change up fragrance ratios and things like that. This I got from the thrift store, but it is originally from Ikea, and it's just like a stand that keeps things upright, as you can see here. I have a package that needs to be sent out over there. I do have a sneak peek of a brand new product right here. And then I have the normal candle making setup. So these are my crates. They're all hay crates, and these are the first like 4 crates that I bought from them. And they've been holding up for such a long time. These are filled with extra candle supplies like wicks, wick stickers, wick clips, some random sample candles down here for product photography. And then the reason I like stack them is because at the top I put one of the jugs right here so that the spout thingy can pour the wax into the jug. What's game changing about this corner is this guy right here. This is from Uline. It's their baking pan rolling thing. I don't actually know the name of it, but this is meant intentionally for an industrial kitchen where they would bake cookies or cupcakes or anything really, and they want to set all of their yummy products out to dry or to cool down or just to set or to like store. So that's what these baking pans are. I didn't unwrap them yet. That's why they're looking like that. But they slide into these slots. Now I bet you're like, Monica, why do you even need that? Why do you need that? You don't make cookies. I'm going to put my candles on it. My main issue with making candles is that I use up so much table space and desk space and any sort of flat surface. I will put the drying candles on because I just run out of space because you can't stack candles because they're hot and filled with liquid. They each need their own little bit of surface area. So this will help me condense my candle making situation. I'm so happy I thought of that idea. I haven't actually used it yet, so we'll see how that goes once I actually use it in practice, but it sounds like such a good idea. And it got delivered like exactly as you see it right now, except the pans were taken off and put in a cardboard box. I didn't have to assemble it at all. So that's good. Also in this corner for now, I'm leaving my pegboard because moving on to this wall right here, I don't know what to do with this wall yet. You know, everything that I would possibly need is on that wall right there with the Ivar shelves. And then as you can see in front of me, I have my standing desk, which is ginormous. It's from FlexiSpot and I've had it for the past 2 years now. I love it so much. It's like a beautiful bamboo, and then I have this cutting mat on top for sewing. I have my sewing machine under the table right now just to like keep it neat because I am about to make candles right now and I'm going to use this table for some candle prep probably. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to use that table. Keep forgetting I have a dedicated candle making station. But anyway, I was going to put my pegboard up here, but this is a shorter wall because I am in a basement, so the ceilings are a little lower. So I'm like, if I put my pegboard up, which is pretty tall, it would end like down here, which is kind of awkward. Like I don't want things hanging off of pegs down here. I could cut it in half and just have the pegboard up here. But then I'm like, oh, after I put the pegboard up, what am I going to put under it? So this is a TBD wall. With that being said, I put a pretty light from Ikea and my dress form, who's decorated in fall attire right now, just to make this space look not as bare. And then real quick, just to give you a better view of what the table looks like, this is what it looks like. I can circle every single which way around this table. And as a sewist, that is game changing because when I'm cutting out fabric, when I'm throwing things every which way, like it's so nice to be able to do a full 360 around this table, not to mention packing orders. When I pack orders, this is going to be your view. And I'm going to have this whole space to pack things. I'm just going to like grab the inventory, grab the box, pack it up, and then move the box somewhere else. And then I have all this space again. It's lots of exciting stuff, guys. The last thing I want to mention is that lighting in here, I am working on. Like it looks great when I look this way because the natural light window is in front of me. But obviously I have the overhead light, which isn't the best. But I do want to say at this time of day, it is around 4 p.m. It looks amazing in just the natural light. It's like actually perfect. And I don't think I even need the light on. Maybe for some cozy vibes, I'll add like another lamp over there just to illuminate that section. I obviously have that lamp there. I could do another one in the junk corner. If you have any lighting ideas, let me know. The best part about having a small window that it does give direct sunlight right there actually, but only for like 2 hours of the day. The best part about like being in the basement now is that I don't have to worry about my stuff getting sun damage or overheating, especially my candles. I would always have to worry about that because I would be in a sunny room upstairs and just have to hide my candles. Like I would throw them in the closet. I would like cover them with a bunch of spare fabric just so that they wouldn't overheat and so that the sun didn't like do any damage to the candles. But then my fabric would get sun damage because there are certain fabrics where you can't keep them in direct sunlight for too long, otherwise the color fades or changes color or whatever. So as much as I love a nice sunny natural light room, I'm so happy that my upstairs office is going to be my natural light room for doing all my personal crafts and content creation, editing, and my personal office space. And this space will be the perfect place for my small business to live and thrive. Other things I'm thinking of are potentially getting a rug in here because it is still a little bit echoey and I think it could be fun to add a cute rug, but I haven't found one that spoke to me yet, so haven't done that. Obviously, I need to do that entire wall, organize the Ivar shelves behind me, and then there are a few like really fun things I want to get, but low-key, furnishing a room expensive stuff. Like these eyebrow shelves, they were the most affordable option, but they were still a pretty penny. Same with my little candle baking tray rolling cart situation. That was expensive. On top of me not fully knowing how I'm going to use the space entirely yet, I want to be able to like live in it, see what I need, see what I don't need, and have it evolve as my small business evolves. I'm going to make some candles now and pack orders and have a grand old rest of the day in my little Monica's Collective headquarters. Let me know what your favorite part is of my new studio. I can't wait to do so many vlogs in here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.